All right, folks, I'm going to turn those on so it provides a little bit more light, or is it better? Oh. Anyway, so I'm in the car, and I normally don't do a whole lot of car videos. You know what I mean? Like a lot. I used to back in the day. I used to kind of do a few in the car and that type of thing. But typically the kids are in the car, so it's kind of hard to really do an entire video inside the car. But wanted to really kind of address one of the things that you see not only on this site, which before we didn't really have it, and Noelle and I were pretty much like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? Not in terms of fear, but just anticipation. But you see it a lot on other channels, and it is what is called the internet troll. You know, there's a song that I think it's on Dora. You know, I watch a lot of Dora and cartoons and stuff because of the girls, but it talks about the grumpy old troll underneath the bridge. And so you have those people who are online who basically hide behind the internet, you know? So some of them, you know, I remember back in the day, they used to be those who try to talk tough, you know, like act like they were, you know, these cowboys or internet thugs, and really, you know, what were they going to do? Nothing. And now you have people who they hide behind the internet to hate because, you know, that one they feel that they can go for. And I'm going to address that part of it, but when you reach a certain level of success in life, or in this case, online life, you're going to have people who will try to hate or troll. And a lot of those people may never even truly believe some of the stuff that they're saying. They just kind of get aroused, I guess, from trying to speak bad to someone or bad about a group of people that they don't know. And then you have other people who truly believe, you know, in their own mindset that what they're saying is true. You know, there's some people that believe unicorns exist too, but they really and truly believe what they're saying is authentic. And then you have other people who just literally sit and wait, sit and wait, and then after a while they'll say something. And also those who just create 1,000 different profiles so that they can kind of you know, they'll make a statement, then they'll come back with a different profile and make a statement under that one, and another one, and another one. Now, I personally don't have the time to do that. You have to have a whole lot of time on your hands in order to really, A, troll any website long enough to do that, and B, to create several accounts, and just that's your life. So, you know, you see some of the channels, and some of our viewers who have come from other popular channels will understand this. These YouTubers who are typically some of the most nicest, kindest, sweetest people you're ever going to know get a lot of hate or evil people that will say things about them. And sometimes those YouTubers will be upset about it, or it will bother them, or it will rattle their cage. And so for us, Noelle and I were waiting for the trolls, the racists, the bigots, the you name it. Now, when we first started the channel 5 years ago, if you notice, we did one long video that was about when Noelle was first pregnant. And so that's the one that's been on the longest. And then there's other little snippet videos that I made and just posted them someplace just because. And then probably, around October of last year? Something like that, or I don't know, maybe sooner or earlier. We started doing more videos after we did Lily's channel. So after that, we just started making more, and then that's where we've been. So for the last, 7 months, 8 months, we've been more so on YouTube than any other time. But we had one troll back then who didn't like the video. Now, let me explain something to you about haters. And this is where, if you are going to try to hate on me, you got to really come better with it, because you got to understand, I was someone who uh, grew up in the South, and I was born in 1978. So it gives you an idea how old I am. I grew up in the South. It wasn't the deep South, but it was in a high school where there was a lot of racial tension, a lot of hatred, a lot of ignorance, a lot of stupidity. So I've heard everything in the book. I've heard every lie. I've heard every stereotype. I've heard every word. None of those things really and truly matter to me, because I achieve things in life, right? So when you achieve things in life, it doesn't really matter what someone says. Now, if the president of some country says something to me, then I would probably be offended, because they've achieved something that I probably will never be able to achieve. But when it's just a regular person, so achieve something that I can't achieve, then school me on something, then I might take offense to it. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that being raised by my mother, who, brought me up to be extremely strong and to deal with things and to deal with society, it just takes a lot more than that. It takes a lot more than a comment or a stare or a look or a snicker or a whistle or a song. It takes a whole lot more than any of those things to really bother me. Now, for other people who, maybe was not in that type of environment, they aren't used to or accustomed to racism or discrimination or ignorance, it rocks them. But for me, and for Noelle, she grew up in a small town as well. She was like the only Korean. So in school. So it's like she's heard everything. She's heard every type of joke and sound and tone and, that type of thing, right? So it takes a lot more to really bother us. I also make sure that I have a lot of things going on. So I'm very cautious of who I allow to rent space in my head. So typically a comment, I look at all comments, right? So if it's a good comment, I'll reply back. If it's a bad comment, I'll reply back. And with the good comments, we definitely appreciate. Even with the negative comments, it actually helps our channel anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But my thing is that I don't believe in the negativity, right? Because it just doesn't get you anywhere. Racism, Tupac said it best. Misplaced hate is disgrace to race. Disgrace to races. And so you're disgracing your own race by hating another group of people. It doesn't matter who it is. So to me, I never understood why people go to such lengths to hate on people who have no impact on their life. The other thing is that some of these channels get a lot of hate because people can't do what they do. If you notice, a lot of these internet trolls, especially on YouTube, have less than 10 subscribers, if any. They have no videos of themselves online. Like, they don't make videos. They'll like a lot of different videos, or they'll stand behind a bunch of videos, but they just don't have the fortitude to make their own videos. Now, that's nothing against people who like to watch YouTube and that, because I used to do that, who like to watch YouTube and that type of thing and whatever. But this is to the people who are typically trolls, who literally go from page to page to page to page, and they search strategically for that. Like, they look for me more than my wife does. So it's like they should just go ahead and marry me. But or marry her. It's like they search for certain things. And again, I don't understand the time. Like, I just don't have the time to really do that. And that separates the two. People who are positive, who have things going on in their life, who are loving people, that's just not something that they really and truly relegate themselves to. People who can't achieve certain things, whether it's success, happiness, marriage, the job that they want, whatever the case may be, and who's bitter about life, their life, then they choose to go after someone else who's actually done things that they only wish that they could do. So At the end of the day, just wanted to make a video of that, partially to address those people and the future ones that will come, but also to address it to the people who are supportive of us and that type of thing. We appreciate you. Obviously, you are great. We love you guys. We'll continue to make videos, obviously, of different places. You know, I'm at the campsite now. And to also to some of the other YouTubers out there who we consider friends, this is a video for them too, to kind of, you know, understand the whole logic behind, or it's hard to really understand the logic behind it. But anyhow, that is it. And until next time, I'm going to see you. Take care.